friends. Alright, here's what we got going on today. We're going to do a little bit of silk screening, hold everything. Let me show you my rig here. Alright, what I did is I used to have a 4-color press and that was great, but I found that most of the things that I did were just 1-color jobs. So I just when I decided to just do it as a hobby again after I sold my first shop, I just bought this little 1-color press and built a stand out of the dollar bin at the depot, and just bought a couple of screens. I don't need a whole lot because you can recover them, and got a little refrigerator for beer, and you know, the big screen. This is the most important thing. If you're gonna do silk screening and you're gonna do more than 4 or 5 shirts, you really want to get a flash dryer. If you're doing white, you have to do a flash color a lot of times anyway. So you would basically put white in your screen, drop it down on your shirt, run white through once, lift it up, flash dry over the top of it for 10 seconds or so, and that kind of cures the top layer of the white ink, so that when you lay another layer to make it more opaque, it stays on there, it sticks to it, and then you can move it over. This is where I've got my drying station at. It's just, you know, all you need is something to set it on, because I don't have a conveyor dryer, so I use my flash dryer. So I'll take the shirt, put it over here when I'm done, and put this over it, and I have it timed in such a way, it takes about 45 seconds with this flash dryer, and I might have it set a little high right now. I haven't started yet, but I can grab another shirt, load it on the press, run my color, get ready for my flash dry, and by the time I turn around, that shirt's cured. I'll come over here, flash the second one, grab this shirt off of here, put it on my trusty finished pile, and bam, that's the 10 seconds it takes to flash dry. Get a rhythm going, and you go around, bam, 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 and you can really knock some shirts out. I mean, and with black or some of the other darker colors on a light shirt, it's opaque enough. There's inks out there that are superior, and you just find someone local. But if you can't find someone local, go to silkscreensupplies.com. Ryan Moore called me personally twice in my career as a silkscreen printer, and I probably never spent more than $700-800 with him a year, and that's something. This guy is a good guy. Locally here we have a guy named Roger who has a company called Rush Ink, and I kind of helped him get what he needed to start doing silk screening, because he was just supplying printer's ink for a decade or so now, and so he's a good guy. If you're in Arkansas, check out Rush Ink in Little Rock. As a printer, he got my ink to me in an hour most of the time if I ordered it, and that's saying something. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get this sorted out. I've got a bunch of shirts to do, and I've got some destruction. You gotta keep your shit clean. Clean up after each job, or you'll end up doing what I'm doing right now. Just freaking clean it constantly. It takes so much longer after this shit's set a while. It doesn't dry. It stays open without drying. But man, there's some places where it gets hard, you know. And this is in my man cave in my garage, so there's really no heat out here. So I have to pick the right time to do it. I open my garage door, I have a little fan here, blows the smoke out when I smoke the shirt, and I have a little opening over here that circulates. It pulls air in from that side of the garage, and it keeps air going out the doorway to the man cave here. Okay, on my initial flood, I like to take and dip the corners of my squeegee in the ink, because for some reason it's dry on the outsides, so it kind of squeaks, you know. The ink lubricates it, and then you push. I need two hands to do it, but I'll show you in a widescreen. You push the ink in to the screen. You see, it gets so cold in here that my adhesive on my palette just kind of sets up and gets cold and gets hard, so my shirts won't stick to it. So what I'll do is run my flash heater over it for about 20 seconds, and then that softens it up. Or you can just clean the crap off and spray more on there. I'll just soften it up. What I just had to do, I've let that screen set for so long that I had a problem with ink clogging the screen, and so what I did was just, you run it through, because it stays open, but you run it through, you know, you flood your screen, then you do your pull, and then just do a dry pull, and it will most of the time pull the rest of the ink out of there. And since this is my first shirt doing that and the screen is a little plugged up, I'm going to just go ahead and run 2 coats of black on this shirt. And if it's dark enough on the rest of them and it looks quality, I'll just leave it with 1 coat with no flash on black. And it's a lot faster and it's opaque. That's good. I don't know if you can see the smoke or not, but yeah, it's call it smoking a shirt, because when the ink cures, it puts off vapors and actually smokes, and it's very noxious. If you breathe that, man, you will have a rough couple of days after that, man.
And there were a couple times I went back over a couple of those twice. You know, it just goes by whether or not you want to do the best job you can, or if you just want to send whatever you can. Hoodies are expensive, well over $15 a piece. And I have some for this customer that he had people just bring from home, but a lot of them he orders too. And hoodies suck. I hate doing hoodies because, well, in regular printing, offset printing that I do, I can ruin an entire job with a 2-second push of a button, and you know, I run a cutter, so I'll cut a stack of paper that tall, 1,500, 2,000 sheets, and if it's the wrong cut, off 10,000ths of an inch, sometimes the job is ruined. And we'd have to go back and reprint it and pay all those people their wage and all that. Well, see, this is just me, and I have no money in this. But if I ruin this, that's $20 that I can't use to buy bologna. I like bologna, so you know, you gotta eat. And hoodies are just too much of a risk for me at a hobby level. But there's great reward in them. You can mark them suckers up. But yeah, I'm not into making money through this. I'm into doing this because I loved local music in Arkansas, and I still believe that there are many, many great bands that just beat anything else in the country. But it's not what I'm doing anymore. I'm doing other things, so I don't want to take a loss. So hoodies, I hate doing. I'm doing this because the man's awesome. He's a good person. B-Town Barbell Club, he helps a lot of people get fit. I'm telling you, I've seen this guy push people. Scary. And you ought to see the guy. I mean, you know, I have some decent guns, but I mean, this dude is stacked and built. You know, my biggest gun is the one I use the most. But this guy is just, he's in great shape, and he's my age, and that's something. Alright, there you go. I showed you a couple of cycles. I got a couple more shirts to do here, short runs of different colors. I have 3 different colors, and the wash up sucks and all that, but I'll spare you all that. There's a couple of cycles, let you have a brief idea of what's going on, and want you just have a good day, and silk screen safe, great ventilation. Keep the chemicals off of your skin as much as you can. Keep your hands washed. Check for ink all the time before you ruin them shirts. Have a good one.
Little doggy.